Wait, uncle. It's not just his fault. Why do you protect him? He is the one who did this to you. Tell me, doctor, why did you go so far to grant my wish? Why did I grant your wish? My reason is nothing of note. It is not worth telling. This was merely an experiment, and has now come to an end. You must have had a reason. You aren't the sort to go around talking to children without some purpose. I want to know the answer to everything. Let me just save here. The answer is nowhere near as glamorous as you're expecting, I assure you. Alright, story time. Hey, good morning, Issa. Sorry to spring this on you, but could you take a look at these? What is it, sir? You seem excited. It's amazing, the healers we got earlier. Healers? Ah, the healer cells from last month. Yeah, them, from the unusually old human. Aiding science even after death. Can't we at least call the samples by their proper name? You've always been serious like that, Issa. These samples are like sweet lovebirds. Touch them with kindness and they respond beautifully. Just how many lovebirds do you have again? Perhaps you should just call them pet birds instead. Maybe you're right. Anyway, look at this. We've been looking into cancer cell immortality. This. Indeed, these results are amazing. You're quite lucky with these things. It's all about love. Or intuition. That too. Okay. Kawara Ryuji. Ryuji? How do you... Look, there's like 4 vowels in a 6-letter word. He is quite possibly the most gifted researcher alive. He has abilities and intuition that not even he can explain. Ryuji. Good morning, Issa. Nice weather, huh? Makes me want to do something outside. It's already evening. I believe one normally switches to good evening around now. It's good morning whenever I get up, Issa. Get distracted by things like common sense and you'll miss the greatest discoveries of your life. Sophistry? Good morning, Issa! Whoopsie, we're low on cash. Okay. Here, was this the one? I didn't ask you to pick it up for me. Here, take it. It's not like I'm running out. Dot. You sound like a pushy salesman. Your right wing is injured, right? If there's anything I can help you with, just ask. I've been doing fine so far. Hey, good morning, Issa. Hey, can I say something? What is it, sir? I'm somewhat busy. You're always busy. If I waited for you to take a break, I'd died of old age before I got to say. Talking like this gets us nowhere. Guess what? I had a kid. Huh. I see. Congratulations. What? Don't you have anything else to say? Not particularly. Reproduction is natural for all living creatures. Of course, were I to become a father, I would feel bad for the child given my habit of locking myself away in the laboratory. The only bird who I ever recognized. The only one I ever recognized as worthy of respect. Hey, good morning, Issa. I brought you something cool. What is it? A fossil, look at it. It's huge. It's a huge fossil. Look, huge. You act like an excited child. Hey, I like geology too. It tempts me with spouse breach. What is spouse breach? It tempts me with spouse breach? Geology does? I'll carry on your research while you're out then. Go on. Dang, you're cold. Hey, listen. Listen. Issa, listen. Wanna come with me on a business trip sometime? Field observation is fun. My next one is at the start of the month. While I am interested in your work, sir, I am partway through a fascinating process at the moment. Perhaps another time. Yeah, I'll invite you next time then. I bet traveling with you would be a blast. Field observation is not exactly sightseeing. I will make sure to open time in my schedule though. His last moments were dreadfully anticlimactic. He fell ill with a disease endemic to the island. By the time we returned home, he was so emaciated one could barely recognize him. He had watched as many other birds succumb to the disease, so I was sure that he would die in this examination room surrounded by his family. Isa, I always knew this was a possibility. Okay, he's almost dead, so he shouldn't be excited anymore. Isa, I always knew this would be a possibility. Yes, sir. I don't regret the way I did things. No, sir. But I just remembered. I do have one regret. Yes, sir. I've never done anything a father's supposed to do. Never, not once in your entire life, did you do one thing that a father is supposed to do. Amazing. I promised to take time off for the first time in years. For the first time since you had a son, you're gonna take time off. Dots. I want you to do me a favor, Isa. If you ever run into my son, can you do something for him in my stead? A rather vague request. He's too nice. He'd never ask for something even if he wanted it. I suspect he inherited that trait from his father. Anyway, if you ever happen to meet him, you don't have to go out of your way to find him or anything. Very well, I shall remember. What is his name? Ryuta. It's Kawara Ryuta. You vanished from my life before I ever told you my feelings, and I've chased your shadow since then. Is this what they mean by quitting while you're ahead? Or was it just cowardice? No matter how I study life, its past, its future, I'll never be able to surpass you. And that was my only goal. Kawara Ryuta, the son of Dr. Kawara, carrying half his genetic material and otherwise unrelated. But this boy, he may be the only way for me to catch your shadow now. And that's the end of the 7th class. There's still one more class to go. We're not done with 8th class. And that's the story. In order to honor the memory of the good doctor, you're gonna kill his son by using him to kill all humans. What? How is that? How does that make it through the mind of anybody? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting, but it's also kind of ridiculous, the story. There's kind of holes in it everywhere, but it's kind of also quite extravagant in a lot of ways. All right, it's one more class. We're not even close to done. The 8th class is actually quite long. You think we're almost done, right? We've caught the bad guy, we've stopped the virus. You think, oh, we're almost done? Nope, we got a long way to go. Wait till you see the 8th class. When your father died, my world was altered. One might say that his influence over me grew after death. Well, it didn't make you any better, did it, Isa? Both for good and for ill. Karada Ryuji, all I can recall of him now is his voice and the color of his wings. He rarely returned home, always leaving mother and me alone. You did this to carry out my father's will. You misunderstand. This was not just a parting kindness between colleagues. I doubt that there is anyone in this world with a stronger sense of duty than mine. This was a final challenge. This was his final challenge to me. And you see the result. But your refusal is hardly rational. This guy is telling other people they're not rational. Yeah, cool story, bro. I was trying only to grant your wish, and had you but accepted, it would be so. Are you dissatisfied with something? Maybe he's not dissatisfied. Who knows? How could anyone possibly tell whether anybody is dissatisfied with the way things are going right now? Who knows? A world without strife, where no one would have a loved one stolen from them. That is the world I wished for. I never asked for a world where the human race is killed. A pity that you did not say so 8 years ago. Ah, this guy. This is so stupid. What absurd contract was this? There is no power in prayer. I should never have met you. Doctor, my wish ends today. Father is no longer in this world. There is no reason for you to chase after his final will anymore. Does this mean you are sympathizing with me? Oh, how I have fallen. I can feel his pitying gaze even now. Yeah, feel it. Feel that gaze. Feel that pity on you now. Very well, the contract ends today. And I must admit defeat. It is not over yet. We must open the gates of Tartarus in the depths of the abyss. What? We only have about 10 minutes until the humans come in from above. I see you are still alive, gentlemen. Gentlemen. Mr. Leone, I bring with me all those who had taken refuge in the gym. Whoa, it's like something out of a science fiction movie. I bet it was built by MIBs. Rad. Well, I guess nobody's panicking anyway. Mr. Shirogane, I will recover Sakasaki's body before I leave, have no fear. I am grateful to you. The exit is no doubt activated by the vital signals of the researchers who work here. Correct. Do not fear, I shall lead you to it. The doctor is even creepier when he's being cooperative. I do not base my actions on foolish pride or emotion. I carried out an experiment and have now obtained the result. I have nothing more to gain or lose here. Is that everyone? Thank God. Should we go, Kawara? Can you stand? Yeah, but we need to bring Tosaka with us. I think everyone else has gone outside. Doctor, I should not forget what has taken place here. Once we are outside, I should see that you face judgment. Your words are haughty and immature as always. Do as you please if you can. I will indeed. Remember my face, villain. Well, who knows? I find you uninteresting, so I may well forget. I must think carefully about my plans once I'm outside. I still have much research to... Pew. Exclamation mark! Doctor! A gunshot echoes through the room in case you missed it. The doctor collapses. Madness! There should still be time before the humans... Mr. Nanaki. A pistol is in his hand. They don't have hands, they have wings! Anyway, a pistol is in his hands. He wobbles over to the doctor with the same unsteady, careless gait as always. And... Aga... gets shot. This is the end of your research, bro. Nanaki, what? Stop, the doctor should have a fair trial once we... A fair trial. What do you think, doctor? Ah, well. I am impressed at your acuity in attacking my uninjured left side. But of course, thank you. Tell me, Dr. Iwami no Isa. I need to bring him back with me. That's why I've done all this. Tell me, where is Nageki? Nanaki points his gun at the immobilized doctor. He looks quite prepared to shoot the partridge dead at any moment. Oh, is that it? Oh, I'd quite forgotten. Mr. Fujishiro's brother. He was a quail. More story time. Nageki, are you here? Are you by yourself here again? You should play in the park with everyone else. I am fine, I would just get tired. Isn't talking to me a waste of time, Hitori? You've been busy recently, have you not? I know we are short on money. That's not something you need to worry about. We adults are working hard to make sure you don't have to worry. You are a child too, Hitori. You're only 5 years older than me after all. You don't think I should be working? No, that's not what I meant. I just can't do anything. I at least want to stay out of your way. It's not about whether you're doing anything or not. You're part of the family and we need you. That doesn't help. With my body like this, I can't work or go to school. That's just how it is. You're thinking too hard, Nageki. Let's go pick some millet in the yard. It's almost dinner time. A full stomach scares the bad things away, right? They're gonna tell you this story like 3 times, watch. September 2nd, 2180. Hatoful House, where the rest of the war orphans and I lived together. I was always a little better at studying than the others, so I teach at the local school to help make ends meet. Going to work and coming home, every Friday we all gather together and have supper. There are children who go to school, there are those who work like me, and children like Nageki who stay home. Our family is a patchwork of ages and lives, but we always eat together on this day. What should we have? We might have enough left over, or we could pool our money and buy something. I had more work than usual last month, so I got paid a little more than usual. I'll get something nice. I'll head home and see what everyone wants first. But this day was different. Our home was surrounded by security vehicles. It's an attack by the Human Liberation Front. We can't let anybody in. We sent 2 human negotiators, but they were shot. It's telling the same story again. The exact same story again. We're going to storm the place. Get back, it's dangerous. Hey you, are you listening? I remember angry shouts coming from every direction, but I couldn't tell what they were saying. The only things I could focus on were the gunshots from inside. Today was supposed to be our day. No one had ever been missing on a Friday before. No one can disappear today. We have to be together today, no matter what. When I went in, the gunshots had stopped. All that was left were corpses and ruins and... Ah. Guys. Everyone is covered in blood, immobile. The humans, the security forces, and my family. What did we do? We had nothing. Our parents and our homes had already been stolen by the humans. All we had left were each other. Why do they have to keep stealing from us? Why? Why? Hitori! Exclamation. You were outside, good. Nageki, you're alive. Everyone else. I see. Nageki was hiding in the innermost room. He must have heard everything from inside his hiding place. Human corpses are scattered throughout the room. Nageki, were you afraid? I'm sorry. It wasn't your fault, Hitori. I wasn't here when you needed me. Don't apologize, Hitori. I don't know how I could live if you were gone too. When I found him then, I didn't notice, but none of the human corpses in the room had been shot.